We are not touching any firearms, as this sign says right here. As the sign behind me, let's see here. The sign behind me right there says not for sale. Nothing in this whole room is for sale. We're doing something that is perfectly illegal to do here on YouTube. We're not telling any details how to do what we're doing. We're not telling the amount of anything. We are just having fun. What's up, Freedom? We were just on Twitch for an hour and a half. Now we're over here. How you doing, buddy? Elijah Hudson, how's it going? I've been a while. Doing some reloading. Pop out, rock out bars. What's up, Dallas? Appreciate you coming by, bud. I almost hopped on yours this morning. But I need to get ready for church, so. Sorry, what's up? Hey, Eastern, Elijah. Respect, bro. Thank you. Robert, appreciate you, man. Doing some reloading of 357 Magnum. Yes, sir. I was over there on Twitch for an hour and a half. And like I said, YouTube, nothing's for sale here. We're just for educational purposes only. We're not telling the amounts, which is totally legal. If we're not telling how to produce the item, it's perfectly legal. Respect, keep up the good work. Robert, I appreciate that, because right now I am pretty discouraged over YouTube because I am such a low hole right now. If you look at my schematics over the last 28 to 90 days, it's very dismal. Favorite caliber, tell you the truth, is the same projectile as this probably, which is 9mm, because they have it in pistols, pistol brace stuff, rifles, PCPs or whatever. So probably 9mm. They're starting to make them in rifles and lever actions too, so I think that's pretty cool. That's what these are. These are 9mm. Well, they're technically for a 38 special. 125 grain, pretty much like an XTP. Evan, how's it going? Not much. We're reloading some 357 mag. Just about done with 50 of them here. Whoa, we got some problems there. Gonna have to reload that one. Stuff got static or something. All right, put that back there. All right, that should reload itself. What's up, Aiden? Hello. Respect minus 40. So these actually, I have some 40, as in projectiles for 40. I have a box of 1,000. But 40 and 10 mil are the same size, so I'm going to use them for my 10. Cooking up some deer breakfast sausage. Oh, dude, can I have some? Can you shove some this way? Also 357 SIG. Love that also. Yeah. That was like Kenrod was saying how much he actually enjoys the 357 SIG. He's like, it's better than he thought it would be, because he really likes 10 mil. Then he shot that, and especially with his own loading, he's like, yeah, this is the way to go. Hey, what's up, Brantley? Appreciate you coming by. We just got done doing 50 projectiles. And I just shut off my thing, unfortunately. So we got to remeasure that one. I went and tapped it. Yeah, these are pretty much XTPs, pretty much. So I did the schematics for XTPs at 128 grain, or no, 125, the projectiles. Never shot a 10. I have one. I have a Glock 20. It's the only Glock I own. What would you use for a 9? What would you use for a 9? Well, what do they use them for? Self-defense, planking, having fun, hiking around. I hike with my 9mm all the time with plus P's in it. That if I come across the cat or something in the caves or mines I explore. Email me some deer sausage. Yeah, I know, right? Evan Murray says you can come to Kansas and deer hunt next season. And I can process the deer. Evan, I've been really considering doing multiple hunts because in Arizona you can only get one deer if you're chosen because it's a lottery system. You pretty much put your name in a hat, give them $15, put your name in a hat. If your name's picked, well, then you can go, which is only buck. Piles of doe. I saw 15 does on my hunt, not one buck. So if I would do another state, I don't know what out of residence is for Kansas, how much. Arizona's kind of pricey. Let's see here. I would share the pizza with you, but I didn't. It doesn't fit through the phone. True that. Robert says that's awesome. I wish I could have gotten a 29 sub compact in my favorite. I have a 27s and a 33. Don't know what to get next, the 26 or 23. Yeah, I don't know much about them. Kansas allowed us to buy 10 doe tags and a buck tag for residents. That sounds nice. Do I do duck hunting? Hudson, I have not yet. I definitely could. I've got all the stuff for it. I even have 10 gauge heavy for turkeys. Zero that out, and then we need to put our amount there. And we can't say what it is because can't on YouTube. Arkansas is easy. Hey, what's up, John? How's it going? What are you doing? I'm loading 357 Magnum. I need to get my other tray out, which I'm not sure what it is. I just filled this one up. I could put those in something else. I could stick them in this bag for now. I got 50 of them done, but I need to, well, actually 51 because one needs some help. No, I fixed it. Never mind. I fixed that one. These aren't crimped, though. I don't have a crimp. There we go. It's correct now, the amount. Next, about 3,000 acres of walk and hunting. That sounds nice. My wife runs some Airbnbs in Toronto. There you go. All right, there's 50s. These two can be done, and then the other ones need they need the primers taken out. It's showing 0.1 grams in there. I know how to process deer. Awesome. What's up, J-Bird? Joe Bird, I mean. Did you get any deer on that hunt you went on? I did not. I did 4 days and 38 miles roughly. The last day I did 13 miles. Use the process over 1K a year. Well, that's if you can get a lot of deer, that's worth it. I can only get one here, so it's kind of a pain. Let's see here. I do have a bear tag this year, so we're going to do some bear. One of my mom's friend, her husband, has done bear before. You own a deer processing plant. Awesome, Evan. We have another Evan that comes in here too. Well, that came out quick. All right, I need to switch this out and put the one in there for taking out the whatchamacallits. In the meantime, though, can I see if I can get this? The little deprimer popped out, so I have to use something else to deprime and then go back, which gives it more steps. I'm going to see if I can take that deprimer out because you can replace them. There we go. Perfect. I think I can do that. I have an extra one. It broke it off cleanly. Okay, that was the right amount, and then all of a sudden it changed. All right, where's my 9mm die set? It's got the piece in it I need. It's a spare point. There we go. Oh, it doesn't fit though. That sucks. Would this one work? Probably not. Because it won't be deep enough. Why does this one not fit in there? It should. It's bigger. The 9mm has a bigger. I got an idea. I can maybe switch out some of the parts. Oh, this is a Redding. That's why that one doesn't fit. Not a, it's not a RCSB, it's a Redding. Let me see if I can find a piece for that real quick off of something else. Ever heard of Hicks deer processing? I haven't. Owned a deer processing. Nice. Oh, you did? Shot a really nice chocolate fowl. Follow? I'm not sure what that is. Ever hear of? No, I didn't. What's up, Xfinity? It's been a while. Earmuffs still working good? Still working well? Can I use this one? Let's see if I can use this one out of the 308. Because I'm not going to be loading 308 anytime soon, so I might as well just take the part off of this one if it'll fit. Wow, it doesn't fit either. The head won't even fit. I got to find one that's a small... What happened is my D-primer is broken on my one set of dies for punching out the D-primer. I have to transfer back and forth from this die to that die to that die. Let's see here. I wonder if the 45 Colts would be the right size. That's large though. Let's see if I can find it. It's the 9mm. That was a different brand though. It's a bullet puller. Let's see. Let's see if one of these will fit from the other brands. Need some nice weather to go out and really test them. Oh yeah, definitely. But we actually have some nice weather here. You're saying for yourself, yeah. See, this is the one I did have out the other day, so I should be able to twist it undone. Put this in here. Hey, what's up, Jason? Long time no see. I was live last night and the night before that, and I was already live today already on Twitch before this. Let's see here. Let's tighten that up good and proper like. Canella's in here, huh? What you want, girl? Keep your nose out of that, girl. Hopefully I can get this now. There we go. Maybe this one will work. We'll see. Oh no, these are different. These are a rod. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. The leads are different, which to me is, I was going to say better, but not really, because you want it so you can just replace part of it if it breaks. Not the whole thing. Sorry I haven't been on forever. Oh, that's okay. Hey, Rare Piece. I saw you commented on one of my videos. I forget what you were talking about. I don't remember. It was one of my shorts, I think. Probably the Canic, I think it was. Let's see if the Hornadies are different. This is for a 44 Magnum, though, so it's probably going to be big. Let's see. It's a brand new set. I've never even used it. It might come apart, but it's a little bit hard to figure out how I can do that. I don't want to break it. Would that even fit in there? Yeah. Yeah, we got a problem with one of our dies. I'm trying to fix it. The D-primer peg's broken, which I didn't even know that. Let's see what's this one here's at. And I'm trying other RCSB parts to see if I can interchange it. They're a little bit different. The size is smaller. No wonder it broke. It's so small. Well, that one fits. This one in the 45 might work. Out of the 45 Colt. Each brand has their own style of decappers. Yep. Did you go live last night? I did. I did. See, I don't know if that'll even work because that's different yet, even though it's the same brand. Yeah, see, that's not even going to work. It's just a rod and it crimps it versus the other one's a little pin. And that's the same brand. Yeah, they got all sorts of stuff, all different types here. I'm just hoping one of these will fit. I mean, I could do what I did earlier and just have to switch things back and forth more often because it's missing this piece. Speaking of which, where'd that other piece go? There it is. I'm going to just have to buy a new piece for it. So for now, we're going to have to do what I've been doing, using something from something else instead. The 380s, just so I can use that as a puncher, which normally would punch it out and size at the same time, but you can't do that. Got to go, Jerome. See you later. Okay, thanks. If you can take the expander ball off, you can change out the decapping pin. Yeah, but they're all different types, what I'm finding out. Even from RCSB to others. Like this peg and this one's bigger than the 9mm. The 45 Colt was the right size pin, but it was just a full pin. It didn't have a little head on it. So it wouldn't work, unfortunately. All right, let's readjust this one. All right, that should work. Yep, that puts it out very nicely. All right, get a whole bunch of these ready. Got to dig through my bin here. I already loaded 50. I got to deprime these. We cleaned these off earlier. With walnut hulls. What do you use to clean yours, Eastern? You use walnut hulls or do you use like other type of hulls? I think these are walnut hulls. They're not super aggressive. I think it's 8050. What does that little thing say? 1850. 1840 right here. 1840. Went duck hunting this morning and got... So that's what it was. You said you couldn't go on the live yesterday because you were sleeping in for today's hunt. Got soaked and wet when it was like 20 degrees. Ouch. Well, I just read our reviews and we got horrible reviews after we sold the place. What? RCBS uses 2 different sizes of decapper pins currently, and the older RCB uses straight pin. It must be 3 because I found 3 different ones. So my 45 Colt has the straight pin for the dies. The 9mm I have right here has like this, but it's a smaller rod. This one's for a Redding, but it does not fit. It's the same design, but it's smaller. So maybe that is just 2. You might be right. But yeah, the 45 Colt was just a straight pin. Got a couple more shells hiding in these holes. These were once fired, so they weren't very dirty. Once I fire them again, I'll clean them in Sonic Cleaner. And then I'll tumble them after they're dry. I'll just probably air dry them. Okay, I think I got them all out. Put the lid back on the tumbler. Is that another 20? Yeah, 23. Guess the guy that bought my deer process ran it into the ground. That's sad. Houston says, I wet tumble my brass in steel pins with warm water, dish soap, and citric acid with. Okay. See, I have some of this. I got a bottle of it somewhere. That's some type of liquid you stick in with your hulls. But to me, it didn't work very well because it seemed like it just clumped up. Yeah, and this is dry. And like I said, these are just one shot. It's allowing me to do a questionnaire as a suggestion, but it's still not allowing me to do a poll, guys. Sorry about that. I want to do polls for you, but it's not letting me do polls. I don't know if it's a glitch in the system. I just updated it the other day. Maybe it needs another update. And I still need to get the little primer catcher so I don't keep dropping them on the floor, these old ones. Or if I actually drop, a good one. 6 people in the chat. Appreciate you all coming by. Hopefully you had a blessed Sunday so far. And yes, YouTube, what I'm doing is perfectly legal. I'm not telling any details how to do this. I'm not giving any measurements. Perfectly legal. And nothing's for sale. Nothing in the whole room. Got signs everywhere. Yeah, we have a whole box of Federal Premium Match Small Magnum Pistol Match primers. I don't know if they'd be too powerful for 38 special or not. I'm not sure, but I don't do much 38 special because my dad's the only one who really shoots it because it's not as bad on his elbow. I used to dry tumble, but I pick range brass and it's very dirty. Yeah, you would want to do wet for that. Depends what type of range you're at, because some range don't mind you grabbing it. Some do, because they recycle it themselves. YouTube be playing us dirty sometimes. Oh, all the time. Right now, all the time. Canella, do you need to go out? See, now I got to resize it when I would have been using that same one. This is the resizing one here. I think. Yeah, that's the resizing one. Just make sure they're all good. Canella, you need to go out. Okay, we'll put you out. Now mine. You need to go to. Look at you. You almost wiped out. You did open it. Good boy. I know it. What? You don't have to go out. All right, I need to get something to drink, guys. Be right back. All right, here we go. We got some pineapple mango Tropican. Just chug that one. Tastes good. All right, let's get our unique case lube ready. Because I usually do the couple. All right, and then let me get the primers ready. Yeah, if I do piles of loading, I'd probably get the better accessories for all this. As in like a tube feeder. But I just do this for the relaxation and save money, you know. Maybe I'd eventually get a, the turret type or whatever you call it. Got to sand pit at the decommissioned radar site. I go to a sand pit. Oh, for shooting? That's cool. That sounds really neat. Well, if I want to do it up close and I'm able to do at least pistols and 22s, I can do that at my parents' neighbor, he is a sheriff. And so he built himself a little mound and shooting spot. And so I just asked him, hey, is it okay if I go ahead and borrow your range? And he might be like, no, we're using it, or no, I'm doing work on it this weekend because of erosion from rain or whatever. He's got some T-posts set up that we put those T-post metal targets on. I've got 2 of them. He's got some too, I guess. 3 of them or 4 because he's got a couple different set up. I think he has 4 poles set up. YouTube deleted one of Kendall Gray's channels a while back for no reason. Kendall Gray, is that the one from Arkansas there? Really cool guy, Christian fella. He's got a really heavy twang. I really like his. Although I don't get alerts. I used to. I don't get alerts anymore. I really like his channel. He has some of his buds from like UK come over or something like that and shot some of his big old guns. Good evening, everyone. What's up, AT? How you doing, brother? I was over on Twitch earlier doing a little more detailed what we were doing, but on YouTube you can't tell what details you're doing. So other than we're loading, which you're allowed to in a certain capacity. Let's see here. I already read that one about Kindles. Yeah, they're dumb as a box of rocks. YouTube. Gemini ruined it for lots and lots of channels. He's from Kentucky. Oh, Kentucky, that was it. I knew he's somewhere over there. Somewhere that had a deep south twang to it. Full throttle, how's it going, brother? Did you just get the alert, or are you scrolling? 7 people in the chat. Please double tap the screen, guys. Appreciate you all coming by. Whoops, we put that primer upside down. Don't want to do that. We do not want to do that, my friend. How are you, Full Throttle? How art thou, my friend? Like as I was saying on my Twitch, if I'm doing something you think stupid, let me know. I'm new at this. Sure, I'm doing it at a slow pace because the setup, but it works. You were scrolling. Oh my. Didn't let you know. What's new? Right? So I got 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 4, 5, 6. There we go. Because you do reloading, right? Eastern? I know I'm losing like a cheap powder. I'm just using the 244 ball at a certain number of grains that I cannot say. Very well, thank you. Hope you had just as well. Yes, we did. Got so much of a southern draw, people can barely understand me from the north. No, Brantley, next weekend actually is my turn. It's my friend, the ex-Amish family. He preached this Sunday. It's mine next Sunday. I've got some ideas what I want to do it on. I did a devotional years ago at another church on it. I was thinking about doing it the same. The gall of bitterness, which is produced by unforgiveness. That's the idea. All right, got those already. Let's get the setter. Yep, I do a bunch of reloading and I still use a single stage press. You can be more precise. It takes more time. It's more therapeutical in a way. But you guys, did you see my little questionnaire up here? Best thing to find in your pocket. I know what it is for me. You're doing laundry and you're like, oh, there's $20 bill. You're like, where'd that come from? Like, wow, I found $20. Let me redo this because I've been shaking this thingy around. I bet you it's been moving all over the place. But yeah, for me, if I find money in my pocket, that'd be cool. God will tell you what to say if he wants you to what to say. What was that? God will tell you what he wants to use you to say. Yep, a pocket knife. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, you ready to come in? Skittles? You ready to come in? What are you doing? You doing okay? Huh? You doing all right? Oh, let's see here, folks. There we go. It's got the right amount now. It was a little bit low earlier. Uh-oh, the donkeys woke up. I like having precision loading. There you go. Wait a minute. Why'd that fall right in there? I stuck that in with my fingers. We got a problem, mate. Matey, we got a problem. Houston. I set that in by my fingers. Did the resizer do something different? Yeah, that's not good. It resized them big or what? Seems weird. All right, let me do this one. Redo this one. Oh yeah, she went up quick. Let's just redo that. I'm not sure why it did that. They're like larger than they should be. Huh. What about the brass? What's the brass set at? 1274. Let me see what that shows. If it's extra big or what's going on there. There's the full size 1.590. That's the case and the projectile. I didn't do any expanding or anything. Yeah, that's not going to work. It's just falling in there. Remember when you double dump it out? Remember when I dump it out? Yes, correct. Yep. We'll make you take it out to your truck if they're cool. I missed something. Have precision loading ammunition. Yep. Have you guys ever been to the airport and forgot you had a 22 shell in your pocket? So I had a backpack that had shells in it, but they weren't loaded. When I was exploring the desert with my parents behind their house, we found some shells. So I just picked them up years ago. And like months later, I took that same backpack to the airport and they're like, hey, what's this? And it was just empty shells. They took them. It wasn't an issue. In the airport several times, I forgot I had a pocket knife. Uh-oh. What will they do about 20 rounds in your pocket? Who knows? The best thing to find in your pocket is a 45 or $1,000. It's multiple choice. Make me take it out to your truck if they're cool. Remember when it doubled up? Yeah. What I'm trying to figure out is why is my shell falling all the way in? And I already resized them. That's what I'm not understanding. Is it just this projectile? This one's smaller, maybe? Let's do some measurements on it. It's supposed to be 375. 357. Yeah, it's 357. So why in the world are these acting funky? I don't like that. Let's see. That's a setter. This is the expander, and I didn't use the expander. Have you ever had that problem, Easter? It like expanded them where the bullet just falls in. Measure the case mouth. Yeah. The inside measurement is 360. Yeah, it's bigger. How do you make it smaller and then resize it again? Because it's too big. I mean, it seems tight. Let me remeasure this. Now it's tight. Oh, you know why? Did I ever resize these? I don't think I did after I put the primer in. Duh. I never resized them after I put the primer in. Like I said, I'm new at this. I never resized them after I put the primer in. That makes total sense. Because now they're perfectly fine. Yep. Ding dong! Measure the OD. Yeah, he's laughing. He's like, LOL. Dude, that's what happens when I'm busy talking to you guys. You can do it. We can help. That's the power of the Home Depot. See store for details. Right, Hickeys? Mr. Hicks. Oh, you're live. I am, Russell. I actually went live on Twitch first for an hour and 34 minutes. Was talking more in detail about what we're doing. And then I'm on here 36 minutes and 50 seconds. I've had that problem a few times. Yeah, I know, right? Forget to crimp them, size them down. Generally, the issue is having the case expander too low. You want to size them prime for safety. Correct. But I never sized them. That was the problem. Hey, Russell, how are you? Yeah, I never sized them. That was the issue. Ding dong. That's a blonde moment, huh? My blonde roots are showing through. Apparently high. Let's see. I'm going to start buying everything I need to reload setup this year. Xfinity, I would suggest getting your presses used. Marketplace and your dies. I got so many dies. I got 7 dies for $25 on Marketplace. They originally were $40 and they lowered them. I got 2 presses. I got this big one here, the Rock Crusher, or what do they call it, and this smaller one that would work for a 357 mag and 9 mil. For like $210 versus this alone by itself is like $250 almost. What's up, Marquina? How many times can you reuse the cases? This is the first time I'm reusing these. Happens to all of us at some point. I know, right? Let's see. I just downloaded Twitch. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get on Twitch and to go live. I actually am monetized over there. I got monetized within minutes. I mean, not minutes. Within like 5-6 lives. One person in here. Yeah, right. YouTube. It actually said one for a little bit. Did you hear about the truck that shut down at the California border? I did not. That'd be San Diego, right? I know a lot of old timers who will probably be ready to hand them down. There you go. 5.56 for Beaver. What's that? Oh no, these are 357 mag. 357 mag, my friend. 357. All right, now that those cases are all sized. Dot, dot, dot. I'm not sure what that's for, bud. Expound for me, please. There's the seat. Brantley says, went to the DR and she asked me how my BMs were. And you're like, my BMWs, you mean? No, your BMs. What that? Perfect chug size, those things. All right, let's redo this now. Because we've shaken the thing all over the place. What you cooking? 357 mag, brother. Appreciate you coming by. Told her I got at 6 a.m. every morning like clockwork. 2,500 trucks at the Nevada-California border shut down because of Newsom's clean fuel efficient policy. Did that just pass? What are they trying to do at a different tier again now? They keep upping the tiers that you got to fix your stuff to. She said, oh, that's great. I said, no, it's not. I don't wake up till 7. What's up, Green? Appreciate you coming by, buddy. Let me make sure these are still okay. We're too big. Got to adjust it to 1.59 or smaller. Green says a truck was shut down for emissions. That man needs to go. Oh, he's dumb as a box of rocks. That guy don't know what he's talking about. There we go. I'm going to make it just a little bit tighter. I like it a little less than that. There we go. No, we're still a little bit long. It's 9.2. I need it 5.84 roughly. 8.6. There we go. You like it, mate. Yeah, that's what some people call them, new scum or nuisance. I called him nuisance. I try to respect him because he was my he is the rulers of our country, even though he's unfortunately a scumbag. We'll just say it that way. Unfortunately, I hate to call people that, but he definitely is, and is a liar. He's not a liar through his teeth. He's a liar through his whole body. Come on. Oh, there we go. We already had it. No, don't pour out now. Yeah, his whole body he's a liar through, unfortunately. Have to deal with him. Yeah, I know. I used to be there. It was a pain in the butt. Once you get everything sized, you can just go ham on after another. Yep. Pretty much. And I have this trickler, this powder trickler here that's automatic. And for plinking, it's fine. If you want to do like more precise, you probably want to do it by hand. And Russell, it's a boycott, not a ban. Yeah, the devil is a lie and the truth ain't in him. Yep. Oh, yeah. And the devil lives in California. Have you heard that song? Come on, buddy. There we go. By, what is his name? Drawing a blank on his name. I meant boycott. Yeah. Yeah, we did 50 already. We're going to do another 21, is it? I think that's all the shells of those I have. I could do some 38 specials. I have a few of those. I should tumble them real quick. Let's see, where's those 38 specials? There they are. Some of those are kind of old, though. I think. One is. Well, that's a 10 mil. That's a 38 special plus P. Oh, these are oddball rounds. 38 super. I only have 3 of them. I could spin them in real quick, I guess. I only have 3 38 specials. I don't know where the rest of mine are. Because my dad shoots those, and I shot more than that. Let's go spin them up real quick. Stick them on this tumbler here. I got one of these bin tumblers from Franklin. Alright, let those things do their job. Devil went down to Georgia, yeah. Come to steal your butt. What's up, M4? Wasn't Oddballs a movie? Possibly. Hey, Thomas. What's the best thing to get to find your pockets? Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I should have had more than that of 38 specials. See, are these 38 specials? They look like they're 357 or something. Let's see if I can pull them out. Here we go. I got a whole bunch of 38 specials right here I can reload. They're Peters brands, UMC, and RP. So that would be Remington Peters. But I need to take all the primers out. Oh, these are old cases, guys. Look at that. It's got the double line on them. It's a Peters. Those are old. They're 38 specials. Alright, thing's done with that now. Skittles! He is probably chilling on the bed again. More than likely. Welcome, by the way, Caleb. Money is our greatest religion we ever have. Yep. Complimentary. What's up? Compliant, I mean. How's it going? Brookside, what's up? I have 30 specials, but do you have a midnight special? I have some Saturday night specials. And the ones that are a little better than Saturday night specials are called Friday night specials. I've got one of those. It's a Jennings 25. They're a little better. Let's see, I need to turn this on yet. Let's see, I'm going to have to... Where's that clamp at? Let me raise you guys up a little bit. I got to do some adjustments here. And then tilt this down a little more. So I can hook up my charging cord to the phone. What's the biggest safety tip you would give to newbies? I'm the newbie itself. I'm new myself. When in doubt, measure twice. Dump it and redo it. Dump it and redo it. I'm new myself. This is the first time I've been loading 357 mags. I want a 38 Super. That'd be nice, yeah. When I get rich like you. Never actually been a bullet being seen a bullet being reloaded. Well, YouTube's really picky about it, so you got to watch out what you're doing. You can't tell the details, what you've been doing with it, what you got in it, with the mount. Grain of bullet, yeah. The other day, actually, what's his name was telling pretty in-depth detail. I was like, watch out. Kenrod. Alright, I need to dump these inside that cleaner out there. Yeah, these will be good for my dad, these 38 Supers. He shoots my 38 Supers. Or not Supers, Specials. I only have partial box, and then I have some plus P plus. The 38 Specials. They're law enforcement only. Let's see here. I've seen people make videos reloading their ammo, and it's actually pretty interesting. So, I'm meaning on a live. On regular videos, it's pretty fine. But I do know what you mean. I believe they have these certain type of tools. I've seen videos of people reloading their shotgun shells. Yeah, I've seen that too. I have the tools for the brass shotgun shells. I have the tools. They're by Lee hand loaders. If you hear a vibrate noise in the background, that's because we got something running in the back. These ones are, these must have been self-defense rounds, these case colors. Okay, let me go dump these in the cleaner.
He can have stuff.
That's weird. Put the lid on it first. So the tumbler I have is brand new, and the switches already have problems on it. See, do I have this one loaded already, ready to go? Yep. Best gunsmith in the 17th and 18th century gunsmiths. Probably, yeah. Wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it, my friend. I'm going to redo that one. It almost looks like it's doubled. I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think it was, but just in case. Eastern Washington sounds like they like you're the no man. Oh, he knows what he's doing. For new reloaders, measure everything after you put your powder in. Check for a double charge with a flashlight, and when in doubt, dump it out. Yep. That's what I just did on that one. It looked like it was doubled up, but it wasn't. But hey, it's better that than not. Hey, Canelo, what you want? Here, let me lower this just a little bit. There we go. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, it's going to shut off now. Don't shut off. Ah, it shut off. My, maybe it'll stay up. There we go. I missed something. Let's see here. I enjoy reloading. I find it very relaxing. Yeah, I'm doing that too. It seems nice. What would happen if there was too much in there? The case would explode, possibly, or you damage your gun. I'm using 244 balls, so it's just cheap stuff. 6.8 grains. You just said that real quick, like I should have not said it right. That's what it said for a XTP-like projectile at 125 grain of the projectile is. So I have a question for you, Eastern. Do you always crimp your ammo after it's set? Like after your bullet's set, do you always crimp this so it's a tight fit? The reason why I'm wondering is because the kits I have don't have a crimp, and I have to buy the crimp separate, I guess. Just curious. My other ones have crimps, but this set, this RCB doesn't have a crimp, even though it's a 3-piece. This has an expander, a size die, and then the other one, which is the size and primer, yeah, and then the set. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do it. It would be a problem. Boom booms. Boom booms where you don't want it. Close that door. You can hear that vibrator out there. Come on, keep going. You almost got it. Come on. Come on, you almost got it. You're almost there. Yeah, after I'm done with these, I'll do those 38s. But I do a lighter charge on them. They're probably more like 5 grains instead of 6.8 or something like that. Or maybe 6. 5.5 maybe. Double charge can blow up your firearm and fingers. I don't always crimp, but is advised with pistol cartridges. Yeah, especially with these. They're a 357 mag. So I need to find a crimp for them. What's up, Alonzo? That machine automatically weighs the powder. It does, yep. Self-loading firearms of any kind. Yeah, these are revolvers. So would a revolver be a little less? But yeah, I need to get a crimp for them. 357 mag should work for 38 as well. All right, 357 SIG, 357 Magnum. Here we go. I'm looking for the 38 now, because I'm going to be doing some 38s. Let's see, I think 38 was before. 38 special plus P's. Need the regular. 38 special, here we go, 125 grain. Yeah, it is a little lighter. I was right. I said it's probably about 5. It's 4.7 to 5.2. So if I want a middle grade, I could just put in 5. We'll do 5. Some of those cases are kind of old. The one definitely is. Maybe I'll just do 4.7 then. Thank you for answering my questions. No worries. I try my best, buddy. Appreciate you coming by. Mouth of the brass would just likely split and ruin the casing, not to mention what it would do if the inside of your barrel, especially if it has rifling. Yeah, especially if you did like a triple charge, that would blow the gun up. If you can pull it out with your fingers, it should be fine for the revolver. If you can't pull it out. No, I can't. Earlier it wasn't. I could just drop it in, but that was before I resized it. So let's see. We're probably going to do, we could either do 4.7 grain at 14,000 psi or 5.2 at 6.6. So we'll probably do right in the center, which should give us about 15,000. We'll probably do about 4.8 or 5, 244 grain. Uh-oh. Come on, you're not done yet. Trickle out. You didn't beat. There we go. Yeah, I'm cleaning the 38 up right now. So they should be good, you think, for a revolver? They're not crimped, and I can't pull them out with my finger. I guess if you crimp them, wouldn't it give it more pressure? Or maybe it's minute. How do you measure velocity? I don't have one of those. I need to get one of those. That's called a something graph. What do you call it? It's the one Kentucky Ballistics messes up all the time on purpose. I need to buy one of those. I don't have one. That way you can do more precise figuring out your measurements better. This is supposed to go, these are supposed to go about 1,340. 1,321, sorry. With a 125, these are roughly an XTP. They're a little bit different. Very similar though, so that's what I loaded them as. Why did you beep when you're not done yet? There we go. Why you do that? I do not know why you do that. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on what that machine's called. I need to get one, but they're kind of expensive, especially if you get the digital ones that sets beside. Garmin makes it, and so does why is this thing having a problem calibrating? Let's recalibrate it. It's having a problem. It's not doing the measurement. It beeps way before. Something graph or something gram. What do they call them? Oh, I can't remember. What are they called? I don't know why. I can't remember what they're called. Zero. Let's see this back out here. There we go. I'm back. I was checking out Twitch and watched a little bit of Casio. Whoever Casio is. Is it battery powered or direct powered? A chronograph. Thank you, Luke. Duh. Appreciate it, buddy. Welcome, by the way. Appreciate you coming by. How you doing, buddy? Trying to remember if I've seen you in here. If so, it's been a while ago. They're battery powered of some sort. Something stuck in this one. Yeah, they're battery powered. Athlon, I think, comes out with a chronograph that sits beside your rifle on the table. And Garmin, I think, has the other one, which really made a big splash when it came out. Versus the type that clamp on your barrel with this little, like, projectile torpedo-looking thing or whatever that sticks out farther than your barrel. It's been a while since I've been here. Thomas, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. YouTube's been wonky with the notifications, with views, all sorts of stuff. Cribbing can increase pressure marginally, and a good way to check neck tension is to put one in a kinetic puller and make sure that you need to hit twice with a moderate force to remove the bullet. Gotcha. Maybe your batteries are low on the machine. Oh no, this is direct power. I thought you meant a chronograph. Casio is a big streamer, pronounced queso. Oh, yeah. I've seen him on YouTube. Oh, that's my last one for that one. We'll just shut it off for now. Yeah. I have heard of him. Queso. Yep. I forget where I heard him, though. Heard of him. Uh-oh. Did that one break? Went a little sideways. Here we go. That's okay. It made a teeny little mark on it. So now I need to set this to, let's turn it on. Let's see how these shells are cleaning in this thing.
You know, feeling. Skittles, hey buddy. What's up, sunshine? What's up, buddy? Skittles, move out, Skittles, move out of the way. Look at my face off.
Correct that, Luke. Yep. Not so much notification, just watching other streams. Oh, got you. Well, YouTube's been bad with the notifications no matter what. Basically, you're trying to mimic recoil with the puller. Gotcha. Oh, well, yeah, that way the rest of them don't come apart with the jolt. I think you should watch this, learn a lot. Yep, I am too. Been in one or two of your other streams, but every streamer I watch goes live about the same time, so it's just choosing what I want to watch at the time, which is you right now. So, Luke, usually I go live at 6 p.m. Arizona time, so I'm a little behind time at my start time because I did Twitch first for an hour and, oh, what was it? An hour and 34 minutes, something like that. Comes with time, practice, and reloading manuals. Yep. Some of my reloading manuals, even though it's a new one by Hodgdon's, it does not have the details I need for some stuff. So I have to go dig out an old box that I have, old reloading stuff from the 50s and 70s. I need to get a die for the 25-35. And I'm hoping 25 projectiles will work for it. I got to do some research on that because I have some pointy 25s that are boat tail, but they're not the FTXs though. These are 38 specials here. Wonder how that. I found a really old one the other day. I wonder how well that one cleaned up. Of course, I didn't have them in there very long. 20 minutes. Well, those ones were in there a little longer. A couple of these are chrome cased. They probably were defense rounds then. But they don't say plus P's. There's the really old one. That one's all out of shape. That was a 38 special plus P. It's a little out of shape. Might have to reshape it. That one came out shiny. That's that one is a plus P. It's a Jag. Jag 38 plus P, whatever Jag stands for. All right, got them all out of there. All right, we need that at 4.7 or 5.2. We'll do 4.7. We'll do light load on some of them. These silver ones, I'll do a different load on them because these are definitely for higher pressure usually. This one's a plus P one. Let's see here. Where did you get your brass? This brass I got from Gunbroker. The other brass I got from Firing, Ammo Inc. These are 38 specials here. I have a second edition of the Hornady manual that I prefer, but you have to cross-reference whatever you can to guarantee accurate. Yeah. This is I think I said a Hodgdon. Yeah, it's a Hodgdon. 2025 edition. I got it like last year, maybe in June, July, I forget. All right, gotta pop those all out now. Gotta readjust it because these cases are shorter because they're 38 special. Yeah, I need to find a new primer pin. No problem. Chrome ones can be reloaded more times than regular brass, so the price is well worth it for larger calibers. Yeah, they can hold pressure a lot longer. They're usually in like American Gunner, I think, and I forget what else. They're usually more expensive. They are older shells though, they're because they say RP, which stands for Remington Peters. I found out, which some of these are Peters in here, so they're kind of older. So I'm gonna do them the low pressure. The 14,000 psi is the low pressure they show for the 244 ball. Like these are Federal. That's a RP. I think there's a couple Westerns in here too, so they're kind of old. Remington UMC. Remington UMC. One of these said Western on it, so that's an old one. That's an older Rem UMC. This one's a newer one. This is probably the Western. No. There's another Plus P. I got to sort these because some of these are Plus P. Those ones you can load hot, obviously. I want to keep those separate. There's a Federal RP, UMC, Remington UMC. Most of them are UMCs or RP. Western. There's a Western right there. That's an older shell then. I think one of these say Peters. I'm not sure if I'm going to load that one up. That's an old shell. Well, that's the Peters. That's a really old one then. Western. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'll reload this Western and the Peters because they're pretty old. I mean, they look nice. It's just they're older shells. As in, like, they haven't made those in a while. All right. Let me see. I need to readjust this. There we go. Put these 357s in here. RP are great quality brass. Yep. If I were to get into reloading, what would you recommend for a machine? This is RCSB. Remember to always start at the lower end of the powder change and work your way up. Yep. You're dealing with a cartridge that you don't know. Correct. What's up, Naratu? Is there a holiday there tomorrow? Yes, there is. It's Martin King Luther Jr. or whatever. So a couple of these were Plus P. 2 of them were. So I'm going to keep those separate because you can hop those up, obviously. I want to keep those separate. But yeah, that's the Peters, and a Western. I might keep those separate because they're an older cartridge. I don't know, that is still pretty low PSI though. It's not like they're stressed or anything. Let's see, how many bullets are in that box because it looks like you can put your hand in there and cover it up. There was originally a 1,000 in here. I just did 72 or 73. Hey, Canella, what do you want? Oh, my little girl, what are you doing? They both want to go outside because the doggies are barking outside, so they want to go bug them, the neighbor's dogs. Okay, then. Hey, bite his leg off, Canella. Bite his leg off. All right, let's get those. But yeah, Eastern, do you think they would be okay? This Peters and the 2 Westerns? I mean, they look fine. There's no stress cracks or anything on them. Do you think it'd be okay to reload them? There's 2 Westerns and a Peters. Because I know those are older cartridges. We just switched over to 38 Special. knocking out the primers. And then we got to resize the cases. Let's go ahead and shut that off. But yeah, these casing ones, I'll hop them up to a little bit higher because they're for more pressure. Plus, those are more for defense rounds, which is what my projectiles are. It's just I found a whole bunch of them cheap. I got this whole box of 1,000 for like $98 a box of 1,000 round of projectiles. If there are no cracks, you can give it a try. Yeah, no, they're nice. They look fine. This one might have a little flat thing on it, but they're not resized yet. Like if the shell was dropped after it was fired, you know. Of course, these would be out of a revolver. I need to get a primer catcher. These things are dropping all on the floor here. A lot of them. I kind of have to waste more time because normally I would prime them, size them, like deprime, size, and reprime all in the same step. But my plunger is broken on my deprimer, sizer, reprimer thing. And I don't have one to replace it with. Most of these are UMCs and RPs. A few are Federals, but most are Remington UMCs, which are a little older cartridge, but not too old. They're probably about the same age as RPs, maybe a little less young. I think RPs are a little older. Like Eastern Sid, just inspect them for fractures. Yeah, no, they look good. Yeah, this looks good. That's the Western. This one's another Western. It looks nice. Other than it looks like when it dropped out of the firearm, it got a little oblong, but that'll straighten out when you put in the, it's not cracked or anything, like stepped on type. The brass is clean. Yeah, I ran them through the tumbler a little bit ago. Which I probably should have ran through the tumbler with the primers out. But I don't think these were ever reloaded. I know my other weren't, the 357 weren't. So there's not really any buildup. But next time I'll deprime them first. And then run them through a sonic cleaner probably. Don't anneal straight wall brass. Anneal? Well, that would be with heat. Yeah, I wouldn't think you'd need to. I've got another thing of 45 Colt. I think that's what's in here. Yeah, this one's got 45 Colt cartridges that are just the shells. And I think I have some 32 Colt shorts. 32 Colt, short Colt. They're kind of a weird one. Hey, Ralph. How's it going, buddy? I may not see you live for a few days or maybe a week. I'm heading up to Russia tomorrow to visit my girlfriend and meet her family. Nice. 3 rare. We're in Russia. Is that where Vicky's at, Russell, or is she in Ukraine? Yeah, these primers are a little harder to get out. You can tell they're in there better. These silver case ones. Yeah, these are for handguns. I don't have a lever action that shoots 357 mags. It's for a revolver. It's a Ruger Blackhawk, new model. He says he's not doing bad. That's good. Vicky was from the Ukraine. Yeah, I knew it was one or the other. No, this one's actually for rifle rounds, but it works for handguns too. I have one that's specifically for small rifle rounds, like as in like plinking guns, like 5.56. That's this one. I had it outside, so it has a little surface rust on it. But this works really good for 9 mil and stuff like that because it only has the single collet. This one's got the double collet where you can go ahead and do the take the big collet out so you can do like bigger firearm rounds, like my 338 Lapua and my 5.77 Schneider. I had a clue how to spell it. Oh yeah, talk about it, right? See, that's one of the Magnum or the 38 Special Plus P's. This is another one. There was 2 Plus P's in there, and then an older shell Plus P. That was in there real good. That's a Western or Winchester. Use caution with zinc shells and resizing dies can sometimes scratch die or get stuck. How would you know if they're zinc or not? Just curious. These ones I'm working on now are RPs, UMC Remingtons, and like 3 Federals, or is it 1 Federal? And then 2 Westerns and a Peters, but they're in good shape, those other 3. The 2 Westerns and the Peters. The others I were doing were Ammo Inc., the 357 mag ones. All right, the doggies went in already.
Come on, puppies. Come on, dogs. Come on. You wanted to come in. Little goof nuts. Little goof cubes.
All right, so we need that at 4.7. Correct for me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was taught to use a fine brass wool on the mouth and neck of the cartridge after sizing. That I guess that depends how old the brass is, probably. Like what I did of the 357 mag, they were only fired once. These Peters, or not these Peters, these RPs and UMCs look like they were fired once as well. It depends on how worn that is, definitely. I'd probably have to get a separate one for shotgun shells, right? Yes, this is not a shotgun shell loader. You have to get a different type for that. I anneal my brass every few firing, and I've split any more case mounts, but before I started that, I would lose some every few rounds to split case mounts. For handguns, like straight wall too. Okay, here's the resizer now and a primer. Silver coated is a zinc layer for better resistance to accelerating for hunting or carry scenarios. Is that what these are? Could be. All right, I'm probably going to have to adjust this one too because these were set for the 357 mag. Where are you from, Rare? Alabama, you say. Don't ask why I choose Russian girls. What's up, Top Gear? Nice setup. Thinking of getting into reloading. I'm just starting myself. Pick up Hornady Classic Reloading Kit. Awesome. Any advice on how to get started as it seems a bit intimidating? That's exactly how it was for me. Do reading, get good reloading books, watch videos on YouTube. If you think you doubled something, dump it and redo it. RP rounds are known for that Eastern. These are RP right here. R-P. Let's see here. Reloading 45 SP and 38 specials. Gotcha. These are 38 specials I'm going to start on. Rare, we won't ask why. Whistling Diesel did the same thing. Yeah, I know. What about Whistling Diesel? 3 Rare, make sure he's not taking you for a ride. I've been duped 3 times. Yeah, that's true. Some are. Scratch test. There is brass underneath. I've been with her for 2 years. I have nothing to worry about, Russell. Hey, what's up, Camden? He's like, okay, cool. Is that cool? All All right, these definitely need probably lubricant because they have been sitting around for a little bit. All right, let me back it off just a little because it has to be right when it's tight, and then do it a quarter turn more. Then lock her down. At least that's what Lee dies say. These are RCSBs, so probably similar. All right, let's get some primer ready. Might as well dump the rest of these out because I'll be using the whole thing up. Hey Russell, nice to see you. What's up, traveling? How's it going, buddy? Mijar traveling. Okay, Peters. How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. Resize this one real quick. I'm gonna make sure I'm keeping these in line here. I don't want to do it and then forget that I didn't resize it like I did before. What caliber is that 577 Schneider finally? Oh, that's what it is. Well, oh, for the brass? Oh, for the brass, I have to use a 24 gauge shotgun brass. A brass shell. But then it needs cut down, annealed, whatever you pronounce it. And then sized down with the dies. Because it's just a teeny bit, it's probably like 2 millimeters smaller than a 24 gauge just at the tip. Because it lightly is not quite a straight wall cartridge. Almost. Let's see. Desert Whistling Diesel got engaged to a Russian lady. Yeah, I did. But the U.S. won't let her in, and he has to go overseas to meet her. That's weird, that part. Only cases that I haven't ever had that problem with are Norma and Herndy. That you haven't had the problem with splitting? You crazy, I like Hornady. What about Federal Eastern? One of these are Federal in here. I have a few Federal handguns, but most of my Fed aren't. I guess those Federal HSTs are. Those are actually good ammo, though. As far as I know, they are. Cameron says the French revolver is a 1200 boom boom gun I'm going to get for $3. Wow. You ever use one of the smooth stones you're building there? What? Have you ever used one of the smooth stones you're building? I have no idea what you're meaning, buddy. So probably not them. Don't have many splits using Federal. Good. That's good. I don't have that many Federal that are reloadable. Well, I guess I have a few that are not of rifle rounds. I have some Hydro Shock or whatever they're called for my 30-30. I even have some of those, a couple of them in my 7.62 by 39. Have a good day, Luke. Okay, see you, Luke. Luke Rabbit, Chai, hopping out. Yeah, he's hopping out. Boing, boing, boing. Chow, he's hopping out. Like, these dies have a little surface rust on them, but they seem to be fine. They probably just sat somewhere for a little bit. These primers I'm using are Federal, but a lot of the ones I found were Remington. Where I was buying them at this place that wasn't using, they weren't using them anymore. They closed down because they're doing illegal activity, supposedly, which it sounds like it's sticking too. So, oh, that primer decided to try to hop out of there. Stay in there, buddy. There we go. But I think it's kind of fun actually doing this. Also, I might get a very rare Nagant revolver and a 19-foot margin octal receiver, both cheap. Oh yeah, you mentioned about that one. I was like, wow, that's cool. Stones, brass. Not sure if the tube will let me call what they are. Projectiles you're building. Have you ever used them? These are used, yes. The ones I reloaded earlier, which are 357 Magnum, I used myself. They were once fired. These look like they were once fired as well. The 38 specials here. A few of them were mine. But I have some somewhere else too of 38 specials that my dad fires usually. I just don't know where they are. I might have not saved them, but usually I save all my brass. I have lots of brass in like a storage area. Uh-oh. That one acted like it didn't go in right. That's seed flat. But yeah, I have a couple boxes of brass in storage. Like 3 or 4. Two boxes in storage of brass. And then I've got like bins down here with brass in it that I'm slowly collecting each time I shoot. The most I have obviously is 9 mil. So I can use these for 9 mil. It's just they're kind of they're 125 grain instead of 124 and they're hollow point. So in that respect, they're kind of a waste because, that's using a, let me make sure I size that one. Yeah, I didn't think I did. It felt like it wasn't. Because usually hollow point you don't use for plinking, but I got those for so cheap. I got 1,000 of these for like $98. 1,000 projectiles for $98. So I'm like, well, you can't beat that. So have you ever shot? Okay, that one. I had an entire bandolier unload for me 2 years ago at a gift. After price, I went from the box to that. I was very appreciative of that. Yeah, there you go. Best part of the French revolver ammo is being 8mm Lebel is only $35 for a box of 50, so about 60 cents around, give or take. I didn't know you could still find the Lebel. All right, I need a couple more primers. Went through a whole box of them. That would be 100. Excuse me. When did you kill that deer in the back? That is my grandpa's. So this is from my grandpa's. It's a 3-point. I was looking for it the other day and I finally found it. It has his name on it. He's passed now, Robert Grunwald. It was mounted in Texas, so it might have bought it in He might have got it in Texas. It's a 3-point whitetail, I believe so. Now I could get a bigger one than that I found out when I was hunting. I just didn't pick it up because just in case I ended up finding a deer, I don't want to be caught with 2 racks. But now that I didn't get one, what I might do is hike back there and find it again so I can have a 4x4 rack. It's a little bigger than that one. Or not, right? Because I was like, if I get caught with 2, they'll think I killed 2, even though that deer was, you could tell it's been dead because it was all smelly. It was like from the hunt before, the bow hunting, or maybe the youth. I think they're over 65 a box, 20 now. Interesting. Okay. When did you kill that deer? Okay, that one I asked. We would call that a 6-point. Well, I call it a 3x3. That I think that's what I should have called it if I didn't. 3x3. Hey, Ethan, I was just thinking about you. Yesterday, actually, because I was on Facebook, and I was like, hey, he hasn't messaged me in a while. Of course, YouTube doesn't like giving notifications out. Because we need to check to see how we're related. We are somehow. We got to figure that out. Same last name, so that's the time I got a notification with 3 weeks ago. The last time you got a notification was 3 weeks ago. That's YouTube. And it's been about 4 or 5 weeks since they made the algorithms controlled by AI. Oh, I just dropped that primer. Thankfully, I found it. What we got? Let's see. I use Unique for all my pistol cartridges. Can you still find that stuff okay? Do they have one for Unique in here for Universal? Universal would be Unique, right? Or no? Because in my thingy here, yeah, I don't see it here. They have number 5, which I have number 7, but that's for varmints. Silhouette, True Blue, number 2, HS6, CFE pistol, Autocomp 572, Universal 244, which is what I'm using, 231, HP 38, Tight Group, 700X, and Clays. At least in what I have here in this Hodgson book. Good. Where'd it go? There they are. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I could dump out a whole tray. Whole nother line. Oh, why do things so tight in there? Whoa there, excuse me. Having problemas here, folks. Did I get that one in? No, not yet. I didn't get a primer in it yet. All right, I got to go. I'll see you when I get back. Okay, see you, buddy. And blessings on your travels. Stay safe and don't do stuff stupid. Remember to stay pure in your friendships. God honors that. Even if a person isn't a believer, God still honors that. Universal and Unique are different powders. Don't mix them up. Yeah, it doesn't show Unique on this for at least this for the 38 special. Yeah, don't mix them up. Definitely not. You might have a problem. Because some of them are dramatically different. Like some are 6 for 38. Some are only 3.5. But it's exactly the same projectile. A Hornady XTP, which is about what these are. So that's why I'm doing Hornady XTPs. Or I calculated for that. It's a 125. Does that get in there? Felt a little bit weak. Hey, why did I take you out for? You're supposed to stay in there. All right, let me resize these HPs or plus Ps. At least get them ready to put something in them. This is the one that's real old. Needs cleaned up better, but because there are plus P's there. All right, now these shiny cases. What are you doing right now? I am reloading 38 Special. I already did 357 Magnum. 100 and no, I did 72 of them, 73. Yes, unique is still widely available powder. Okay, because I know there's some that is kind of harder to find. That what's his name was talking about, which I think it might be number 7 reloader. I forget. I have number 7, but it's for varmints, like 350, like for 223 556, I think. And then I use it in my my 25 rimfire, and I do like 4 grains of it. All right, you put a little bit more lubricant in that. Yeah, once you get a rhythm going, it's actually not too bad. It goes even faster if my die wasn't broke and I've got to switch them out. Killing time. Oh, it felt a little weird too, but it was good. You could have a case of a kabooms leading to rapid disassembly. No joke. What's your favorite age of guns? Probably between, which I have a lot of them. Late 1800s, early 1900s. Because, and then like all the way up into World War II, probably. Because it just seems like they were about some of the best guns designs. Plus, if they're an antique firearm, you can get it shipped to your house, at least where I live. Abide by your state's laws, though. That's the laws here. I got 1 primer left out of those. I think I already loaded these. Yep. All right, we are going to re-pour that because it's been bouncing around. And I think my light up here is dying. It's flickering. See, that one's got full bars, but it's only it's a 5 ampere. There we go. So we're going to load all of them but these silver cased ones, the low. The silver case we're going to do mid. And then the plus P's, we'll go ahead and do plus P on those once I get to them. So we'll start out with the, got to change out the die here to the, let's make sure this isn't the expander, it's the seat, yep. The Ammo Alchemist actually came on my Twitch stream while I was loading. That was kind of cool, because that's what he does. All right, I probably have to adjust this because this was set for the 357 mag. So we'll loosen up the collet, get it ready. These need to be 1.45. Four or 5? So we need a little bit, yeah. 4.8. Once they're good, then I'll lock it down. 4.84. Adjust it down a little more. This looks good, but 4.62, just a whisker more. Why did the thing beep when it's not done? 4.56, 4.55 is what they say. Yep, 4.55 right there. Perfect for the overall cartridge length. All right, let's lock that down. Of course, you can micro adjust it on the top here. See, and some say it's not dangerous if they go off outside of the barrel. It's supposed to go off outside the barrel, just so you know. A little bit more. We need 4.7. It's 4.6. It's still trickling. There we go. Just double check this one once it's set. One 4.7, 1.45, 1.48. It needs to be 1.45. 1.449. Yeah, we're right there. Why is it stopping prematurely? Come on. I think I need to recalibrate it again. Which is just shutting it off and turning it back on. But I need to find a crimp. I do need to find a crimp for these. I want to crimp them. That way I know I'm safe. Let's see here. What's going on, John? Hey, Aaron. Finishing up the 3.7. I actually finished that. I'm on to the 38 special now. I'm doing just the normal ones for now, and then I have a couple shells that are that I'm gonna put like the hot, make these a little hot to like the higher pressure, and then I have some plus P's that I'm gonna do. You know, obviously they can be hot. See here. I use IMR. Yeah, Aaron was in my Twitch. IMR 30, 31 IMR, and unique for most of the cartridges that I reload. Those powers have been around forever and a day. Yep. You need to read up further in chat, Jay. What happened? And some say it's not dangerous if they go off outside the thing. 6-point a typical, I believe, is how the rack is rated. Yeah, that's a 6-point typical. Or a 3x3. That's what it depends where you're at. Different places, they call them different things. Around here, they call them, I guess, if you're from Arizona, 3x3s, and Cali too, but maybe that even varies. All right, 4. Whoops. Come on. There we go. Those look like a little nice round. They're a light load. They're the lowest. We'll see how this works. I just want it for plinking, really. Other than these ones would be good for defense because you can up them up a little bit because of their stronger cases. See, there we go. It's calibrated better now. Powders. Oh, yeah, instead of powers. These seem really easy to put in, so that's why I really want to crimp on these. 4.55. Exactly what this is. Let me lower that a little bit. That's like the maximum, they say, because if you're shooting these in a 357 mag, I mean in a 38, you want them exactly that. I mean, I'm shooting them in a 357 mag, so length doesn't matter as much. What's up, Evan? What about a hole? What's this? Were you calling names? Yeah, that'll work. Who we calling names here, bro? Let me screenshot that real quick. Those are the common ones. You're right. Let me screenshot that. I know I looked up those powders to see if the place where I got mine had those. And unfortunately, that stuff was already gone because it's a very common. I think one of them was available first couple days, and I went back to pick it up, and it was gone already. Whoops. Let's see here. 6-point Eastern count, 3-point Western count, and 3x3 everywhere else. Yep. Yeah, it's funny, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to move my stand here, and it's having a little problem. off. And so it's not very stable right now. There we go. But I think the phone's charged up enough where I can not have it on there. Whoops, sorry guys. Let me turn it back on. That way it holds up for us. There we go. Let's move it back over to me. Need to figure out how to properly set up my auto reset metal teardrop clinker. I believe it has a 5 on the set. On this thingy? A 5 setup? Best thing to find in your pocket is a hole. Oh, a hole. That's what you meant. Clarifications, brother. I mean, it did have a space, but it almost sounded like you're calling someone a bad name. 6-point Eastern count, 3-point West. Okay, that one I already read. All right. Desert broke the camera's neck. Because it was off, and when I undid the charge cord, it just went all over the place. Yeah, those are right on the money. But I definitely need to get a crimp on these. They're a little bit easier to put in. They must have been fired twice then. They might have been reloaded already. Or they were just already looser. Because they were going in smoother than those other brass. Could be just the adjustment of the die for the 38s. 38 specials. Yeah, these are nice little bullets. I like them. We'll see how well they work. Pray for the best. Hope for the worst. Whoops. That one needs this one never got punched out, it looks like. Have to fix that one. We'll fix that one later. For some reason I guess I missed that one. It still has the old primer in it. I like how fast this thing usually is if it's calibrated right. It goes pretty quick. It goes and then now it's being stubborn and not working right. It's going slower. Come on, man. I was nice to you. I was speaking very nice terms and lingo to you. Be nice, Will buddy. Let's move that one out of the way so I don't actually load it up. Because it doesn't have a primer on it. It's got the old one in it still. I'm not sure how I missed that one. Whoops, I got to put a tip in there yet. That'd help. 6 in the chat. Appreciate you all showing up. I like how it has a counter on it, but if you need to recalibrate it, well then the counter is going to be off, obviously, of how many loads you've done. This is more of like a flake type. This is more of like a flake type powder versus the other stuff I was loading the other day in my 17 rim fires was more of a little granules, and then the other stuff were little teeny ballies that I was reusing from other stuff. Remember that the brass forms to the chamber. It was fired in, so it was fired in a loose chamber. The brass would be over. That's true, yeah. So they are a little easier to push in even after it's reformed. My guess is, yeah, I need to get a crimp no matter what. I want to get a crimp. It's just one more step, but it only takes a few seconds. If it's adjusted right, just shove it in and then readjust it for your 38 specials. That way you know it's tight. I need to buy one. I bought some for my through my 338 Lapua because it was okay, this one was never crimped. Fix that one. That one was never resized. The 338 Lapua was a 2-piece set, and so I needed to buy a crimp separate. And same with the no, the 577 has a crimp. Surprisingly, it's a big, huge set. A round flake or a square flake? Let me see. I think they were more of a round. Cylindrical. They're like long and cylindrical. Here, I'll show you what it is. What type of ammo? Not ammo. What type of powder it is. What did I do with that? Oh, it's right here. Reloader 7. It's for varmint rounds or like trapdoor 4570. Reloader 7. That's weird. I saw it say 4.7 and it went to 4.4 afterwards. Let's redo that one. Rather play it safe. These right here are flat flakes. These are flat flakes. The 24 ball or the 244 ball are flat flakes. The 17 reloader that I used in my varmints on the stuff I was making the other day, that's more of a cylindrical round. They're like oblongish. Oblong. See, it said it was done, but it's not. Oh no, it's still trickling. It's like zop, zop, zop. My music stopped. What happened? No más música. It died. That's weird. How? It had 40-something% when I started up, I thought. Oh well. I was noticing it was a little quieter. I was like, what's going on here? Hey, twin, what's up? How you doing, buddy? We're reloading some 38 specials right now. We did 357 Magnum earlier. Most of them on Twitch and the other 20-something on here. Oh, that one went way too much. It went to 5. Usually it's doing low. Redo that one. Too much. That'd be a little bit hotter. I mean, it's not the max. The max would be 5.2, so it's getting up there. Appreciate you coming by, twin. Thank you. We all shared the love. I was on yours this morning. I think that was this morning. Or last night? Maybe that was last night. You hit 1,000. Pulling double duty on to live streams. There you go. Oh, you're on 2. Oh, I've done that a lot. I'll sometimes have one going and then have my tablet running on someone else's. I'll be like, hey, I'm live too if you guys want to come over here. Aaron says, what's up, Twin Jen? Last night. Yeah, that was last night. Yeah, I'm really happy for you, bro. Once you hit that 1,000, you're just like, wow, I hit 1,000. Guess what's next? 2,000, 3,000. I've been trying to get 8 for like a month and a half. YouTube is not adding my subscribers. It literally is only going up 1 or 2 or 4 and then down 1 or 2 or 4. It's just floating at 1,220 back and 7,720 back and forth. Okay, so the one from the other day was a stick powder. Today is a flake powder. Yeah, I guess you'd call it that. It restarted there for a little bit. This is a flake, which is 244 Winchester ball. This right here, the Reloader 7, was stick powder, which I believe this is slower burning though. I don't know though, but I figured it says it's good for varmint rounds, so I've been experimenting. It's not done. Stop beeping at me when you're not done. It's acting like it needs recalibrated again. There we go. Yeah, these are little flakes. Which I noticed that's a difference with Pyrodex too. Some Pyrodex is flakes, some are more roundy balls, depending if it's for pistol or for rifle. Shotgun rifle. Oh, they're slow with it. It did me the same way. Yeah. And I told him, I said, I feel like there's a glitch because I'm getting enough that even if stuff gets taken off, I should still be climbing. I'm not. I did get to 7,724 for 7,734, which before Gemini took over, I had 7,736. So I almost reached what I had a month ago. So I've been working on a month ago just to get back to what I had. Well, in a month, I should get at least enough to reach what I had, but I haven't. That's what's weird. It's just going nowhere. So I'm at the same place. Flake powders can have trouble majoring from an auto trickler like you have there. It is flake, but it's really, really small flake. Teeny, teeny. It's this stuff here. Now, it says $180.36, but I got that for half that because it was half off. It's called Wind Clean Handgun. It's one of the ones they say you can use for this type of stuff. $244. I'd probably want to use Tight Group on it if I could find it. I don't know, maybe. I hear Tight Group's pretty good. And what was the other one? The HS6 is what's his name was using on his 357 SIG. The HS6 on Kenrod. Eastern Wood up. There we go. That's at 47. Glanced at it real quick. Yeah, sometimes this flows better than others. Sometimes like, and other times like super slow. Like there, it sped up for a little bit. I like it where it spits it out fast enough where like in between I don't have any downtime. There we go. Depends how much I move the table, I think, too, while I'm waiting. I think if it jerks it around because it's not considered stable. It looks empty. Oh, it's about this deep in there. It just sits down lower. I don't want to put a pile in there, otherwise we got more to empty out. And you end up wasting more. Which we prefer not to do, because they ain't free. Just to be patient with the trickler will slow as the powder gets lower. That's true. I didn't fill it. I think I barely filled it up so you could barely see it. So I didn't have it that full in the first place. I probably put like a cup in there. Maybe a cup and a half. There we go. 4.7. Seems like it wouldn't be enough. But that's what the book says for 244. See that one did it really fast. It says to use that many grains. But I mean, it is a small case, so. And some of the repellent is the primer. This is 38 special. I did 72 rounds of 357 mag earlier. These are 38 specials. I'll probably end up doing, was it 40 rounds of regular 38 special, 10 rounds of some a little bit hotter defense like, which they're defense tips anyways, because that's what I found cheap. And then I have 3 that are plus P's I'm going to load up. Hey, what's up, MJ? 357 projectile, so 9 mil projectile, but these are 38 specials. But yeah, these are pretty much like Hornady XTPs, 125 grain. First time I actually doing this. I recently got the dies. Well, I've had them for a month and a half, 2 months probably. I just decided I need to go ahead and start loading up. I've had the projectiles for just as long probably. What's a good powder for 10 mil, Eastern? Would that be like using Magnum powder or no? Put the powder from the trickler back into the container. It came out of as part of my cleanup process. Unless you're going to reload it again the same day, finishing more reloading, probably. But yeah, what would you use for 10 mil? I didn't look at my data sheet here. Hey, my buddy's back home. He went to Phoenix today. Welcome back.
Hey, Jerome.
You have a nice trip?
It was nice at first, and then I think I got in hot water.
Uh-oh. I don't reload 10, but I can check my books real quick. Yeah, this one says there's 40. They even have a few Makarov in here, but I don't have dies for it. Here's some 10 mil ACP. I have, what projectiles? These are 135 flat nose. So they're kind of light. Those are for jacket, a hollow point, not flat nose. Diameter 0.400. Depending what brand, they're a little bit different size. These are 0.401. These are 0.400, which is what's in my box, 0.400. They're just blinking ammo. Hey, Canelo, what's up? What are you doing? Our Young says, when I got my reloading set up, there was some red dot in the powder spout. I put some on the metal bin lid and it flashed really good. The powder was in there since 2014. Wow. Red dots in the powder? That's weird. Yeah, these are pretty much, like I said, they're pretty much, they're by Rainer Ballistics. I got 1,000 projectiles for about $95, $98. And then I got that other box of 40s, which are 10 mils too, for $98 too. I got both of them for under 200, I think. Oh, Spanish Mauser. Wait. I got something for you. Oh no, these are something else. This is the same, right? These are 11.15 by 58R Spanish. That's something else. Let's see here. Oh, what caliber are these? Sorry, I didn't catch that. These are 38 special. 38 special. I did 357 Magnum earlier, about 72 of them. These are 38 specials. These are for my dad. He doesn't shoot 357 mag, but he'll shoot 38s because they're less than a 9. He hasn't shot my 9, I don't think, ever. So he's like, oh, I'll shoot the 38s because they're a little less power. He doesn't mind shooting that. It's easier on his elbow. I don't know what you call it. Reloading, I guess. I wouldn't call it manufacturing because this is at my house, which is totally legal to do on YouTube, as long as you don't give too much detail of how to do it, because that's a no-no. Just like of how to do assembly of this, that, or the other of restricted products that they don't like. All right, I need to resize these two real quick because I never sized them, and the other one I never took out the primer. 10 mil and what weight? 135, I think it was. So it's kind of light. Most of the time, 135s are hollow points. 10 mil, 135 round nose is what they are. Or sorry, flat nose. Flat nose. FN it says. 135. So they're pretty light. I'm showing 244 on there. It takes 5.6. No. No, that's for the bar tack. 5.6. It does not have, it has number 7. So I could use number 7. I've got that. Well, that's reloader number 7. Is there a difference? Is there a difference of reloader number 7 versus number 7? Because it says I can use that. 12.2 grains. Wow, that's a lot of grains. That's a lot. I should see if I can find some tight group for that. That'll work better. All right, let's punch out this. I gotta put a primer in that. I had one primer left, so that made sense why I did. There we go. There are different powders. Okay, that's what I wondered, because this is number 7. That's his reloader 7, which does not say it's for pistols. It says for varmints or like trapdoor 4570, because it's not a lot of potency. All right. One of these I needed to resize too. It's this one right here. The other one was just a primer. Hey, what's up, Orange? It's different. Yep. It'll say RL7. Well, this is number 7, and this over here says Reloader 7, so which probably stands for Reloader, I guess. All right, let's resize this. Get my dials all goobered up here. At least that's what this one says, but this is for varmint smokeless small rifle powder. By the way, Orange, welcome. Appreciate you coming by. Yeah, I figured they're different powders. This one I never resized. The bullet just fell right in. All right, and now we need to push that projectile in its place. Make sure this isn't the expander, that's the cedar. Twin, what's up? Come on, you were almost there. There we go. All right, now that I put that back on, let's make sure after we push the bullet in, the projectile, that it's in a good spot. I think it's going to be a little long because last time I crimped down a little harder. Yep, it's a little long. No, wait a minute. I think it is. Check. It's got to be 1455. We're at 1456, 1451. It depends what ridge you're on the hollow point. So that should be good. I think I have stuff in here, but no, I don't. Okay. I didn't see daylight, but obviously the primer's in it, so you're not going to see daylight. 10s, I usually use blue dot, powder, pistol, or auto comp. Let me see if it has those as an option. Auto comp? Yeah, it shows that as an option. Not blue dot, but it does show power pistol. No, mine only shows auto comp and then tight group, which tight group I would say that's probably what Kenrod would suggest. That's what he uses, or no, he was using HSE or HS6, which that's on here too, but you have to use more of it. Universal used the least amount on only 7. All right, so this one should be good too. Just double check. My fingers are getting all oily, so that my paper is getting a little boogery. There we go. All right, now let me dump this back in there. Zero this, because we are doing some slightly hotter ones. No. Not what we want. We'll shut it off. These silver case ones, I'm going to make the hot pressure, as in like the higher end. 5.2 instead of 4.7. We won't say what that is, but Joe Bird says money in his pocket. Welcome, buddy. That's what he wishes to find in his pocket. Money. Money. Yeah, me too. Why not, right? All right, well, that's calibrating.
have to do that.
Skittles. All right, what we got? Skittles, you want to say hi to the camera? Come here, buddy. Come on. Here. Skittles says hi. He says hi. Good boy. Is he hi? You hi to camera? He's like, I'm camera shy. I can tell. So Skittles. He's a chunky dog, even though he's not that big. All right, so these ones we're going to do 5-2. Skittles. It's recalibrating. No one said hi to Skittles, huh? Aw, poor guy. Skittles, nobody said hi to you. I don't know why. Let's see. The only data I have for that weight is from the Lyman 50th edition. They recommend 231. Tight group, bullseye, red dot, unique, 700X zip. Accelerator number 5. Let me see what I have for my magnums. This stuff I don't think's right. No, this is 4100. Accurate. This is for, yeah, these are for magnums. 44, 410 shotgun, 454 Casull, 450 Express, and 50 Express. Oh, let me screenshot that. My finger's going to get in the way again. Sorry. Yeah, Kite Group. Does it suggest that one? I think it did. Yep, Tight Group. That's what I would like to get. Although it looks like the hottest powder is number 7 and HS6, like pressure wise. At least for the low amount. But for if you put the higher amount, the HS6 is the hottest. 36,900. I need to see if I can find some of that then. I think my local Cow Ranch has some of that stuff. HS6. It's Accurate, I think it's called. Hey Skittles, sorry I was typing. Yeah. It reminds me I need to make some 10s. Possibly be cold this week, so maybe sit in reloading room. Yeah, I need to figure that out myself. I need to get some, well, I have the projectiles. I need to get dyes. I do not have dyes for it. I need to find some dyes. Come on, buddy. You going? Yeah, he's going. Yeah, I need to pick up some dyes for 10s because I want to shoot my 10 more. I wish I had a slide. Wish I had a red dot mount. I'd have to get it machined, I guess, because it's a Glock 20. And it doesn't have it. The hottest in Layman's book is red dot at 28,000. So this is CUPs. Yeah, they have up to 36,900 is the hottest they have in here for the 10. That's the hottest in my Hodgdons. That's what the HS6. Caliber are you doing now? I thought you said they were 10. No, these are not 10. These are 38 specials. Why'd you stop at 4.7? There we go. It's supposed to be 5.2. It's supposed to drop off that. No, these are 38 specials. I did 357 earlier. Sorry if I mistaked there. No, 10 I need to do. We were talking about 10 because I was asking him what I needed for 10. What he would suggest. Of course, what's his name reloads quite often, but he reloads pretty hot, his 10 mil. Kenrod. Oh, gotcha, he said, I gotcha, mate. Gotcha. That's a nice looking bullet. Those are pretty nice. Very nice looking. Yeah. Those are on the high side. They're on the high side of the projectile spectrum. 16,060 versus the others are only 14,000. Which the lowest of 357 mag and the low end that I loaded were 1670, and those are 16700. These are 16600. So these are just a little bit less power than a 357 Magnum's lowest. So yeah, they're a little bit hotter, at least according to chamber pressures. They're 100 less than the entry level of the 357 mag, but they're not plus P loads. Usually run little gun powder. Little gun? Let's see if they have little gun in here as an option. Tight group, universal 244, 231. No, I don't see that in this. I've seen little gun. I forget who makes that. Who is the powder company of that one? Is it Hodgson or is that Accurite? Can't remember. Is that an Accurite 4100? But that's for Magnums. And then I've got some 4000M for my Magnum rifles. And then I have some, what is this, H? Well, this is the hybrid 100. This is for 270, 17 Win Mag, 243, 280 Ram. Right here. Hogden, okay. Yeah, this one's going to use for redoing my 270s. It doesn't have 30-06 on here. Probably would work because it does have 7mm rim mag on here. But these are all like 28 caliber roughly, 27, 24. This is, I got half off of this. This is 38.85. I got half of that. It was what this cost. So I only got this for like 40, what? 17, 19 bucks, something like that. Sorry, I misread it. Figures the hottest is 29.7 for unique. Okay, so yeah, this one's still hotter. The HS9. It's 36,900. What's up, Toke? What is that? That's gunpowder. Boom, 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 boom powder. Boom, boom powder. Yeah, because the store that had them before was doing straw sales, and what else were they doing? To people that weren't allowed to get firearms. And nothing here YouTube's for sale. Look, see? See YouTube? Not for sale. Yep. Gotta put it back up. That finger doesn't work as well for crimping. Yeah, they like these small Magnum pistols supposed to be 106. I got it half that. That's for 1,000. So I got 4 more after this one, I think. Be right back. Okay, sure. Is it different to difficult? Not really. If you know what you're doing, which I hope I do. I'm new at it. Eastern's been helping me a little bit here. But I've done some research already and did some figuring and different stuff. These ones definitely are a little tighter. Probably because they have that grip ring on them already. Why'd you stop already? You still got 0.5 to do yet. There we go. Just don't do something stupid, I guess. Which, knowing me, I will. Right? Yeah, I'm rocking one of my Desert Armory and More shirts on. See? Yeah. Why is it stopping at 4.7? That's what the old one was. Not. It needs to be 5.2. redo that one. Seems wonka tonk. Really do it right the first time. There we go. Where's the link for the merchandise? I don't have any link yet, unfortunately, even though I have a store set up. As in, like, I'm able to sell merch. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it. Like, this is one of my hats, too. It's got a little bit of dog fur on it because I got doggies. That should be the last one there of these. I still have to do some, 3 of them are plus P's. What's up, John? Hey, Nin, what's up? Reloading some 45 Colt ammo tonight. 255 round nose flat point with a full charge of unique for about $9.75. That is a little bit hotter. Usually they'd be like, what, 750 to 800 feet per second? A full charge, let me see what that would be on my charts here. 45 Colt. You said, what's the projectile? 255. And you've got, it's a round nose flat point. Hardcat, Hornady FTX. 225. Here's a cast. The only 225 I see, or at least in my book, is some cast and some Hornady FTX. You said you're using what in it? Unique. Let me look at what the unique is. Doesn't show unique on here. 700X. You say they're going roughly 975. That would be equivalent to Universal, which is 986 per foot at 13,080 psi. That's a little warm for one. I've got some really hot ones. The next one up is if you shoot the FSTs, and those are 973 and 987. So yeah, you definitely can on the hotter end. That is a full load, unless you want to spice it up even more. But the pew pew might not do it. So I didn't join up early. No worries. I'm using a Spears number 13 manual. This one's a Hodgdon. It doesn't have everything in it. It has 3220, but it doesn't have 2520. But my old books do, because I have some of that. I had a collapsible lung. I'm in the hospital. Dude, that ain't fun. Sorry about that. That ain't nice at all. That is not nice. That is not good. Need to clean up this brass a little bit better. Sorry about that, buddy. Collapsed lung. I'll have to. Yeah, I would have mentioned you in prayer at church then if I would have known that. But you were in the process of dealing with it, probably. Where is? I have a brush for this thing in here somewhere. There's it. I think it's folded away in my little case here. Yep, there it is. I had to get rid of that lung. For reals. You only have one lung now. This is a different looking case. It's not copper looking when I'm cleaning it up. Or brass, I mean. Gotta go. Love y'all. Thank you for coming in, buddy. I appreciate it. And you get better soon. I'll keep you in my prayers that you'd heal up there with your lung being messed up. That ain't fun. All right, we need plus P's. Back to plus P 38 specials. Here we go. And our projectile again is 125. 100 HTP, and we want the 244, so that'd be 5.6 instead of 5.2. Oh, I just shut it off. I was supposed to not do that. It's not what I was supposed to do, mate. Yeah, these 3 cases are plus P's, so special plus P's. Forget where I got these 38 plus P's. The one I found, the other 2, I don't know where I got. All right, so 6.9, I think it was. For 125. XT, Hammer 37 mag. It's Winchester case, 244. Should be 1,124 feet per second, 5.6. So they should be a little bit hotter than entry of the Elvo 357 mag. That one's I got the case cleaned up, but it's still a little tinted. That's only 5.3. Needs to be 5.6. Dumb thing. There we go. 5.3 won't be any hotter than the hotter of those 38 specials. Here we go. Stopping at 4.7. We got a little ways to go yet, bro. 5 in the chat. Thank you guys for coming by. Yeah, I can't do any polls. It just popped up as a suggestion for a questionnaire. The polls aren't working right now for YouTube's. You got a lot more to go, buddy. Come on. Don't be slowing down right now. There we go. All right, we got to shut it off because we don't need any more. That's the last one we're doing tonight. We got 3 plus Ps. We got 10 defense rounds that are just hot, 38 specials. And then we got regular plinksters. Right on the money. My hunting load for standard pressure 45 Colt is a 260 grain. 260 grain. I'm not even sure if I have any 260 grain or not. You said hunting load. 45 Smith Western Schofield. Here's 45 Colt. Well, thank you for that $1, Adams. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. W's in the chat for Adams. I don't get that many donations. SWC with a max charge of blue dot. Oh, that is hot. 12.9. Oh, but yeah. Okay. Out of my 7.5 Uberti. I have a Uberti or a Cimarron made by Uberti. It's a single action army. The fastest I've done in that was, or the hottest rounds I've done it were something I probably shouldn't have. 975. They're bear loads. I only shot 1 cylinder of it. I do have some that are 1,000 foot-pounds that are double tap. Now I did see some that were 1,100 at the pawn shop. 1,100 foot-pounds for a 45 45 Colt. That is hot. I don't remember how fast those ones go. But you're saying a 260 grain. Let's see if I can find a 260 in my bookie here. Yeah, there we go. That one's a Jacket of Hollow Point. Or no, you said it's a SWC. Yeah, here's a SWC. And you're using, what did you say you're using it? Blue dot. They have true blue in here, but not blue dot. You're saying you've got, so that would be equivalent to the 5744. That's 1,111 feet per second on the high side. That's equivalent to the 5744. That is pretty hot. What's up, dude? Hey, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the the membership. I appreciate it. Adams, yeah, you've been in here before, as far as I know. It's been a while, but come by. I know it's been a little bit, but I think when were you in here last, Adams? I can't remember. Do you remember? Eastern, welcome back. We just finished those projectiles. We need to get a baggie for those. Oh no, I have this thing to put them in. I want to keep some of these separated. So we got 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll put those across the top here. Yeah, I forget when you're in here, when you're here last, Adams. So those are the hotters and all the rest are regulars, except I have 3 plus P's up there. They're entry level 357 Magnum territory. Ooh, I thought I was going to drop the thing. Desert, I tagged you in a video of a load data for 10 mil. How does that work? Oh, you're saying in like one of my shorts, like the last one about the live? Oh, it'll show up in my studios. I won't have to go looking for it. It'll show up in my studios. Let's see. We have a couple more shiny ones right there. Well, we get to try these out, guys. My dad had a friend who used to do reloading. He had some loads he would make extra spicy for people. All right, and then I got those 3 plus P's over there. All right, dump this out. Let's see, Adams, let's make you a moderator real quick. As a moderator, standard, there we go. Thank you for becoming a member, buddy. I appreciate it. Help support the channel. I need to make some more content for you guys. I think the last time I did members only was a little bit ago. I'm not sure my work shift changed, so since I have been in here for a while, I thought I should support the channel. Thank you, Adams. As well as YouTube just hasn't been pushing our content. Like, look, 6 people in here. Even when we first started, I don't think we ever even hit 13 today, maybe. When it used to be like 150 to 400. I'm only getting 400 foot-pounds with a 141 grain 44 caliber bullet with a 35 grain of 777. And then for my 1851 Navy. Would that be smoke powder then? You're going late tonight. I am, I guess, because I already had the other live going. Well, we're just having fun. Right? Okay, we got those loaded. So we got 50 rounds of 38 special, 12 hotter ones, and whatever the rest is of the normal entry level. And then we've got 3 plus P's, because that's what those shells were rated for. And then we got like 72 regular entry level 357 mag. FFFG equivalent. FFFG. What would that be? That's is that similar to this? Black powder substitute? Just got a 20 gauge. Awesome. No, I did a quick video of the load data that I had for your weight and hit the pound sign allowed by DesertArmory. Okay. I'll have to see if it'll pop up somewhere. John says a good general purpose 38 special plus P load is 4.5 grains unique under a 158 grain gas checked SWC. There, just about 1,000. I didn't do any gas checks. I have the gas checks. Here's a box full of them. I just don't know how to do those, which maybe plus B's are supposed to have a gas check. I don't know. I only did 3 of them. They're just a little hotter. They are, it didn't say anything about a gas check. Those are, that's 357 Magnum. 30 special plus P's for the 125 Hornady look tips. With what I have are 5.6 grains of 244 at 1,124 foot-pound, 1,124 feet per second. So just a teeny bit hotter than what you're saying. Not much, but they're not gas checked. But yeah, that's with unique. This is with 244, so it's a little bit different powder. So very, very similar. But these are Pretty much like a Hornady XTP projectile. Anyways. All right, guys. Appreciate you coming by into my Twitch. Some of you were. I was doing reloading over there on 357 mags. And then thank you for coming by to this one, helping us with the, what do you call it? The reloading data for some of this stuff. Appreciate it. 2.0 Bodyguard 380, as well as a 9 mil, depending what day I want to wear it. The 9 mil Sig Sauer 365. I use that one a lot when I'm hiking, as well as I have it on my side when I'm caves and mines and stuff when I explore. That way, and I have plus Bs in those. That way, if I come against a cat or something like that. You need a swaging die that is meant to crimp a gas check on a lead bullet. Yeah, I need to do some research to figure out how to do that. I'm good with physical objects, not so much when it comes to the digital world. That's true. Yeah, sometimes I'm the same way, honestly. Although I'm slowly got more acclimated in digital. I was born in the 90s, so we didn't have a lot of digital then yet either. Need a swedging die that is meant to crimp a gas check on a lead bullet. Doesn't it, what does it do? Create more pressures? I don't know what it does. Like I have this whole box full of this, the 357 gas checks. I have a whole box full of 44 Magnum gas checks that has dumped over a couple times. They're these little discs. And then I have another whole cup full of 357 Magnum. But yeah, I wondered what they actually do, because I have some gas check bear loads that are 45 Colt plus Ps for cast bullets. Oh yeah, that would make sense because those are bear loads cast. And then my 460s are gas check, but those are 45 caliber, so I don't have any for 45. I have for 35, well 454 I guess it'd be. I have for 357 and 44 mag, which if I get some hard cast bullets, I'll go ahead and load up some. Possibly, I'll see if it can handle the pressure, because I need some bear loads for when I go hunting for my bear in March, or is it May? I forget, because I'm going to be using the 44 Magnum, possibly. Maybe for distance, if I'm in distance territory, the 30-06, but I need to see what I need to use for the bear for 30-06 for distance. Gas checks allow a cast bullet to withstand high pressures. So it's like a backing plate. So the pressure hits the backing plate, probably. Gotcha. That's similar to a Tauth Fledermaus. He does reloading of 12 gauges for people. You send him the projectile, he makes it. And a lot of times the back side of that projectile will have a washer glued to it or something like that. That way it doesn't punch through and deform the unit that they made. I don't know if you guys watch Tauth Fledermaus. He's on YouTube. He's in California. He's in Modesto area, I think, between Modesto and Fresno. If I knew he was there when I lived there, I would have met up with him. But I wasn't on YouTube much. Like I didn't have an active channel then. What did I do back then? Like YouTube was just, we'd watch it we had internet at our church, but we didn't have it on our phones or at our houses. Just for safety wise, Anyways, well, we're probably going to sign off, folks. Yipper. Maybe this coming weekend is when, what's his name wants to come. He makes crazy shotguns rounds. Yeah, he gets them sent out to him, and some of those are so cool. Yeah, AT, you probably know about him because he's from Cali. Let's see. A black bear tried to climb my bow stand, popped him in the head with a 10 mil. That'll do it. Like, I don't know what 10 mil projectile you had in it, but I would think even a ball round's better than nothing. Because you want, actually for a bear, a ball round would probably be better because you want penetration for a bear. You want it to do as deep and as far in the biggest hole you can get, but still keep going through. Like you don't really want a hollow point for a bear. You want a hard cast. That way it continues on with a huge hole. And I would think a round ball would almost do the same thing. But they're just not that hot. unless you load them yourself, which I'm not sure how hot I'm going to make these ones. We'll see. I got to get a die for it. I got to get a 10 mil 40 die set up. Probably just get Lee. That's what I'm kind of used to. Although I've been using these RCSBs and they work pretty good. And I need to get that pin for this. We got to get the pin for this thingy. For this 9 mil or the 357 38, the sizing tool. Because it's broke. Anyways, appreciate you all guys for coming by to Desert Armory and More, and hopefully you had a blessed Sunday. And if you're across the pond, hopefully you're having a good morning over there in UK or whatever in the morning on Monday. And thank you for the donation, Adam, and thank you also for the membership. Appreciate that. Dear T Hollow Point made here and Mo hot round. She didn't go anywhere. There you go. Want a bear to think twice or not at all when not at all. Done. Y'all have a good night, guys. Appreciate you. Remember, you can never go wrong doing what's right. And through Jesus Christ is the way to salvation. Through him only is the way. Appreciate you. See y'all. Have a good one. Out.